Was the Contract DLC a good DLC? Well, let's just go through everything about the DLC, and let's just try and find out. Starting us off with the player-based reaction. Now, when the Contract came out, it seemed to be a 50-50 of people liking it and disliking it. However, this was the exact same reaction with Cayo Perico, most likely because Cayo Perico was something completely new. Granted, it was a heist, but it was also solo. Looking back on it, how did anyone hate it? It was a heist, and it was solo. But people did, and when the Cayo Perico came out, it was kind of 50-50. However, it grew on people, and people started to like it, and nowadays, it's now one of the best ways to make money for solos, or even a group of people. But the Contract isn't really growing on people as much as Cayo Perico did, unfortunately. And this has got to do with probably a multiple of reasons, but two main ones which I'll talk about in a minute. However, starting us off with the bug at the beginning, or quote-unquote bug, where you couldn't even do the Contract in a private lobby. Now, Rockstar came out and said that this was a bug, that you couldn't do it, and you should have been able to since the beginning, but I feel like that wasn't, and they just went on Twitter and saw the backlog, and they were like, hey, dickhead, who forgot to put this feature in? Yeah, we completely forgot. This wasn't intentional. So that was obviously patched really quick within less than 24 hours of the DLC being released. However, going on for the actual content within the DLC, the agency themselves are decent. The locations themselves are quite good. However, a DLC isn't formed around the property that you buy. It's the actual main content, the thing that is published in the trailers, and that is obviously going to be the Dr. Dre Contract. And obviously there are three main pointers to make people enjoy the Dr. Dre Contract, being the storyline of it, how long it takes to complete it, and also the payout out the end. So let's start off with how long it takes. The first time around, it took a fucking century to complete because there was a shitload of unskippable cutscenes, and also between every single mission you completed, you have to wait 2 or 3 fucking minutes for Franklin to call you. Maybe if you didn't implement this in the game and you just let us do what we do in the replays and not wait for that call, maybe you could have released the Contract on December 7th, like you originally thought, because actually the Contract was delayed. It was meant to come out December 7th. But it didn't. It was obviously delayed for some reasons. So maybe if they didn't add these Franklin voice lines and didn't get the actor to do it, maybe they could have hit that deadline. However, after the first time you complete it, it will take you about 1.5 or 2 hours to complete, which is overall like a meh time. Compared to Cayo Perico, it's still not that great though. And speaking of Cayo Perico, the payout is, compared to Cayo Perico again, not the best. Obviously, it is a confirmed $1 million after you complete it, as well as a little bit extra, like a couple thousand per mission you complete. So overall, it's a little under 1.1 million, and you get that every single time confirmed. However, going back to how long it takes, when you complete the Dr. Dre Contract, you have to wait a full hour until you can start it again. Why? Why must we wait an hour until we can start it again? That makes no fucking sense. Now, obviously, the third and final one is going to be the storyline of it. Now, the story of it was overall, like, okay, decent, but it's not one of them stories where I'm like, you have to play the story. You must play it. You're missing out if you're playing it. Because at the end of the day, it's just tracking down some phones. And also, at the end of it, the Contract itself. The reason most likely it probably didn't go down that well is because, like I've seen a few people say, it seems like they have forced Franklin to come back for this, because at the end of the day, this DLC is just a huge advertisement for Dr. Dre's music, which obviously is a good business move from his part. However, when it comes to obviously the player base, the Contract, compared to the Tuners and the Cayo Perico, is the least popular out of the three of them. It has the least Google Trends results, so, you know, people haven't really cared too much about it. And it seems like some people have said that they seem to have forced Franklin back because that would bring interest to the DLC. The fact that Franklin is now in GTA Online after 8 years of asking. However, it seems to be, like most people say, quite forced, just for the sake of Dr. Dre's music, and obviously this very clear advertisement of his music. Which is overall kind of a shame, but at the end of the day, the Contract was overall a kind of good DLC, I guess, in my opinion, since it did give us these new contracts and also kind of gave us a new heist. Just so long as they keep on top of it, so long as they keep on adding new contracts, I feel like that would be good. If we're just stuck with this one Dr. Dre VIP contracts for the rest of the time and they never add another one ever, whether that be next year when they do something else like this, like they bring Michael into GTA Online or something like that, and they give him a contract. If they do that, then I guess okay. But hopefully they do more with the contract. So, the overarching review. The building, the property itself, and all the new features, that's great, especially the non-lock-on homing missiles, how you can put down your personal vehicles, and also the remote control ability on your personal vehicle. That's fucking brilliant. So overall, the new features and with the property, that's great. The storyline itself is like a meh. And when it comes to the payouts and how long it takes compared to the best strats that we have now, it's going to be a doo-doo. So overall, this DLC, I would give it like a 5 or 6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think about this DLC down in the comment section down below. Do you think Franklin was forced to be brought back, really? Or do you think that it was planned, but it just seemed to fall through, seeing as it was just an advertisement for Dr. Dre's music? Let me know in the comment section down below. However, with that said, go check out this video up here recommended to you by YouTube, or check out this video down here, which is my latest upload. However, with all that said, hope you have a fan-fucking-tastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.